Chicago Cubs are on the air. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome once again to Major League Baseball from Wrigley Field, Chicago, Game 2. Between the Cubs and the New York Mets about to get underway. And today, down in the field, we have a group, 46 members of the choir from the Homestead High School in Fort Wayne, Indiana. And in a few moments, we're going to hear them singing the national anthem. I'm Vince Lloyd, and along with Lou Boudreau, we sure welcome you to our broadcast today. It is brought to you by the G. Heilman Brewing Company of La Crosse, Wisconsin. Makers of Old Style, the pure brewed beer from God's country. The Association of Chicagoland McDonald's Restaurants. And I urge you to have breakfast at McDonald's tomorrow. Nice Sunday morning for it, I hope. Your Chicagoland Gallup Men of Olds. That's the place to test drive that new Olds Cutlass for 1978. General Finance's 70 Chicagoland offices. To borrow up to $10,000, call friendly Bob Adams at Andover 3-2020. And by True Value Hardware Stores. Hey, that's not just a name. That's their way of doing business. True Value. Wind here today is coming in off the lake, out of the east. And as a result, the temperature here at Wrigley Field is 14 degrees below the reading at O'Hare Field up the northwest side. Here it is 42 right now at 1 o'clock in Chicago and 56 out at O'Hare, 54 at Midway. What a difference, huh? Our broadcast is authorized under rights granted by the Chicago National League Ball Club, which has the right of approval of the announcers for this event. It's solely for the entertainment of our audience. Any publication, rebroadcast, or other use of the descriptions and accounts of the game without the express written consent of the Chicago National League Ball Club is prohibited. If you're on your way down here and you've got an extra coat or jacket in the car, take it with you. You want it here this afternoon. But we're looking for a hot game. Rick Reuschel, who has already posted 2 wins this year, one of them against the New York Mets, being opposed by the veteran left-hander Jerry Koosman, who is 1-2 with the New Yorkers so far this year. These two fellows opposed one another in Shea Stadium, and that's when they had the big incident when Reuschel plucked Steve Henderson, who, by the way, will not be starting today with a pitch, and then when Rick came to bat, next time up, he was knocked flat by one of Koosman's fastballs. Both dugouts had already been worn, so it was an automatic ejection of Koosman and his manager, Joe Torre. Jerry got his victory this year against the Montreal Expos when he went the distance against them and allowed only 1 run. Didn't walk anybody in that outing. For the Cubs today, leading off will be Ivan De Jesus at shortstop, with Gene Clines batting second and Clines in center field. Larry Biittner at first base, hitting third. Dave Kingman, left field, batting cleanup. And Bobby Murcer today hitting fifth, playing in right field. Steve Ontiveros at third. Dave Rader the catcher. Rader batting seventh. Mick Kelleher at shortstop, or second base, I'm sorry. Kelleher batting eighth, and Rick Reuschel the pitcher. And now let's listen to the Homestead High School choir from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Indiana, singing national anthem a cappella. Now they are leaving the field. In a moment, the Cubs will be taking their positions out there. And before we have the first pitch of the ball game by Rick Reuschel, let's take a moment for this message. Clint the next time you want to do it yourself, be a professional. Use a Skill Power tool from True Value hardware stores, like the Skill 2-speed cordless 3/8-inch drill that operates forward and reverse to drive or remove screws. It features double reduction gearing for high torque performance. It has a safety trigger lock, and it's cordless so you can use it anywhere. Or use the Skill 7¼ inch heavy-duty circular saw from True Value hardware stores. It has a powerful 2-horsepower burnout protected motor, yet it's lightweight, easy to handle, and ideal for most homeowners' remodeling projects. For your next do-it-yourself project, use a professional. Get a Skill Power tool from participating True Value hardware stores. Let's line up for today. We'll find Lenny Randle in the leadoff position. Randle at third base, and he's having a difficult time getting going with that bat of his. Doug Flynn will be batting second. Flynn playing at second. Bruce Boisclair batting in the number 3 spot. Boisclair in right field. And Ed Kranepool, who sat out yesterday's game, will be in left field today as Steve Henderson, who is battling a slump, is sidelined. Kranepool, the veteran left-handed hitter. Willie Montanez, another left-handed batter, will be hitting in the 5th position. Montanez over at first base. With the switch-hitting center fielder, Lee Mazzilli batting in the 6th spot. The catcher, another left-handed batter, Ron Hodges. And Hodges hitting 7th with Tim Foli, the shortstop, in the number 8 position this afternoon, followed by the left-handed veteran, Jerry Koosman, who is 1 and 2. The umpires just taking their walk out to home plate. So we're going to have a little bit of a delay in the start of this afternoon's game. We talked a few minutes ago, for those of you in Chicago, that Houston last night came up with its second triple play of this young season, and that was the 3rd triple play already in the National League. You say, well, how many do they normally have in a season? Well, normally it runs about 1 triple play a season in the National League. That's what's been happening in the last few years. But not only did they have that triple play last night, the 3rd in the league, but the Chicago White Sox had a triple play pulled against them in their first inning of their game up at Toronto this afternoon. So that's already number 4 in the major leagues in triple plays for this year. We may be on our way to a record in that department, huh? Cubs now coming out on the field, take their positions defensively. And by the way, in that second inning of that White Sox game, Bobby Bonds got his first home run of the season. So the Sox are out in front of Toronto, 1-0, and that ball game is now in the top of the 3rd. Wilbur Wood pitching against Clancy in that ball game for the Sox, who have been ripping Toronto pitching apart. Milwaukee playing at New York against the Yankees today. Caldwell, no record yet, going for the Brewers against Kidrow, who is 1-1 for the Yankees. Kansas City, which finally had its 8-game winning streak halted last night, will be playing tonight at Baltimore. And Baltimore, hot ball club right now, as are the Boston Red Sox, who will be hosting Cleveland today. In the National League, Philadelphia playing a doubleheader at Montreal today because they were rained out yesterday. They have finished 2 innings of their first game, and there is no score. Steve Carlson against Twitchell in the opener up there. That brings you up to date on the action in the major leagues this afternoon. And Rick Reuschel went 7 innings against the Mets at Shea Stadium, did not allow a run, allowed only 4 base hits, struck out 5 and walked 1, got the victory, finished his warm-up tosses. He had a complete game in his last outing against the Pittsburgh Pirates last Sunday, and he allowed only 1 run in that performance. His earned run average for the season now, for 3 starts, 0.78. 20-game winner a year ago. He's allowed only 2 earned runs in 23 innings this season. Lenny Randle, who was 0 for 3 yesterday, stepped into the batter's box to lead off against him. Little left-handed hitter. Here's the first pitch. Fastball. And just missed outside at the knees. The ball game is underway. Ball one on Randle. Plate umpire is veteran Doug Harvey. And he opens it first to wind up. Reuschel's next pitch. Fastball this time. The big guy is up high and away. Ball two. Jim Quick umpiring at second base and Jerry Crawford at third. 2-0 delivery to the leadoff hitter. Swung on, and it's after the first base side of the box. Picked up by Rick. The big tunnel toss over to Biittner. Retires Randle easily. On 2-0, he didn't want to wait. So he's retired, and that brings up Doug Flynn, the second baseman, a right-handed batter. 2 hits yesterday, 2 of the 4 off Dennis Lamp. And this former Cincinnati Red hitting .348, driven in 3 runs. Straightaway stance. Flynn choking up in the back just a little bit, and he looks at a ball that tails away. This is outside above the knees. Clines almost straight away for him in center field. Here's a sidearm pitch swung on, and a bouncing ball to the shortstop to Jesus. He gloves it, braces up and throws in time. That ball started to run right up Ivan's glove's arm as he circled on that ball, coming to his right and in on it. But the bases are empty, and that'll bring up the left-handed hitting Bruce Boisclair. He was hitless yesterday against Dennis, and Boisclair now hitting .273 with a homer and 4 runs batted in. And so in case you missed it, Rick Monday last night got his 7th home run of the season for the Los Angeles Dodgers. But they lost the ballgame to Houston. First pitch, Boisclair looks at a ball a little bit low. Murcer in right field, fairly deep for this hitter. But Clines is over into left center, playing Boisclair to swing late. Very wide stance at the plate, and he looks at a letter high strike. Ball 1, strike 1. Dave Kingman, fairly deep in left field. 1-1 delivery. Swung on, one hopper into the glove of the pitcher. Rick Reuschel's got it, crosses over to Biittner. And Rick has himself a very easy first inning, making 2 assists himself. Typical inning, 3 ground outs. The Cubs come to bat against the veteran Jerry Koosman. After a half inning at Wrigley Field, no score.
Water from God's country. Sparkling, pure spring water. Gottlieb Heilemann spent years looking for water like this. He found it in La Crosse, Wisconsin in 1853. Heilemann still uses this water today to pure brew, double brew a great light beer called Old Style in a traditional old world way called poisoning. Poisoning is the most natural way to brew beer and the most expensive. But at Old Style, we don't aim to make the most beer, only the best. That's why we use poisoning and sparkling, pure Wisconsin spring water. Taste the difference they make. Try Old Style, pure brewed in God's country. G. Heilemann Brewing Company, La Crosse, Wisconsin.
Triple play pulled by the Sox this afternoon is reported to me. They had runners at first and second. And a liner hit to the first baseman with the first out on the batter. Then he stepped on first base, hit the runner who could not get back there in time. Then threw to second base, and the runner who had been on second did not get back in time. So that's the first triple play in the American League and the 4th already in the majors this season. Koosman 1-2, as I mentioned. His earned run average is a very good one, 2.14. About 5 earned runs and 21 in a third inning. And against the Cubs, 0-1, and that abbreviated start that he made in Shea Stadium on the 11th of this month. Got thrown out of the game. Given up 7 hits, 2 runs that day. Last win against the Cubs came in September of 1976. Peanut Flowery, we see, is coaching at third today. The only thing about What has happened to Ralph O'Connell, Lou?
No, I did not see him in the clubhouse, and did not say anything as to the whereabouts of Ralph O'Connell or whether he's ill.
I got a hunch that Buck doesn't know. De Jesus stepping in against Koosman. Ivan 1 for 5 yesterday, and he looks at the first pitch for a strike. He's hitting .327, has driven in 4 runs this year. Randle the third, up at the edge of the grass where it's cut away. Cookie Rojas coaching at first. Curveball swung on, and he's out in front of that change curve. Taps it foul into the Cubs dugout, rolls down the left field foul line, was pursued and retrieved by Tim Foli, the shortstop. Tossed it down to the Cubs bullpen crew. Ed Kranepool, the veteran in left field, pretty deep. Mazzilli in center, playing De Jesus to Paul. Fairly shallow is Boisclair in right. Koosman ready with the 0-2 pitch. Fastball. Pushing you back a little bit. Ball 1, strike 2. Phillies Montreal now at the end of 3, no score in their first game. Gene Clines with the on-deck circle. Koosman's 1-2 pitch. Fastball up high, and he could not hold up, but he swings. That ball was up over Ivan's head. The fans, 15th strikeout by Koosman in this young season. That will bring up Gene Clines. Good play yesterday. He's hitting .259 for the year. No homers and 4 runs batted in. Philly shadowing up a little bit for him in center. Long stride by Koosman. Let's fly with the fastball and misses high and away. He now calls Ron Hodges out there for a brief consultation. They've given you the results of a few of those games last night. Today, in the National League Eastern Division, the Phillies lead the Chicago Cubs by 42 percentage points. They're 5-3. The Cubs 7-5. The Mets 8-6, and they trail the Cubs by 12 percentage points. The ball that misses high and away, ball 2. Then the Montreal Expos a game out. The Cardinals 2, and the Pittsburgh Pirates 3 games off the pace. They're in last place today. 2-0 pitch, fastball, swung on and fouled, and that one winds up a souvenir in the boxes. Well back at first base. Ball 2, strike 1. Cincinnati, a half-game lead in the National League Western Division starting today over the Dodgers. And the Giants, got great pitching last night from Bob Knepper. 2-1 pitch, a little bit high. Ball 3, strike 1. The Giants 7-5, and they're only a game out. Knepper a 3-hit shutout over Cincy and struck out 10 men. Houston 2 games away, then the Padres at San Diego and Atlanta, and there's a strike. Ball 3, strike 2. The young, surprising Detroit Tigers, the best percentage in the Eastern Division of the American League, but they're a half game behind the Boston Red Sox, strangely enough. Fastball fouled way down the right field line, out of play. Still 3-2 on Gene Clines. Milwaukee 2.5 out. Yankees, Baltimore 4 games off the pace. Cleveland 4.5, and Toronto 6. 3-2 pitch. Fastball high for ball 4. Well, Clines becomes the first base runner of the day. That'll bring up Larry Biittner, who goes for 3 yesterday. Let's pause a moment before the left-hander steps in. This is the WGN Chicago Cubs Baseball Network.
WGN Radio Chicago, 53 degrees at 129.
Biittner starts today hitting .250 with a pair of homers and 5 runs batted in. Deep in the batter's box. Koosman in the stretch looking directly at Clines, comes to the plate. Just missed outside. Ball 1. Kansas City and Oakland in a virtual tie for first place in the Western Division of the American League with really surprising Oakland A's. They beat Seattle last night 5-3. 1-0 pitch. Booker swung on a miss. He was way out in front. Koosman with a great change. Boy, he had Biittner fooled. Ball 1, strike 1. California only a half game out. The White Sox start today 3 games away. Minnesota 5. His pitch high high, bounces off the middle. Hodges and Clines racing to second base. There'll be no throw on him. Pass ball. Charge against Ron Hodges. So the Cubs have a runner in scoring position. And a count on Biittner. Ball 2, strike 1. Texas Rangers off to a miserably slow start. Postponed to Detroit because of snow. They played 9 games and lost 7 of their first 9. Koosman, the runner at second into the stretch. Left-hander's pitch. Biittner takes, and it just misses. A breaking ball to him. Ball 3, strike 1 to throw. Gets switched to Koosman. Here's Clines going to third without a play. Shades of the original Mets. Ron Hodges is charged with an error. Ball things on a throw back to the pitcher. Threw it high into his first base side. Clines alertly going to third on it. Stretch and Koosman pitch to Biittner. Strike called. A little bit of a delayed call from Doug Harvey on the pitch away. Biittner started down to first base. Now the count on him is full at 3-2. With 1 away, runner at third. Up the chance here to pick up an early lead. Koosman delivers. The curve swung out. He's out front. It's a high foul down the right field line, out of play. Pitchers come back with a fastball there, Lou.
I don't know. Koosman has got a sneaky fastball, and he mixes them up very, very carefully. He'll pitch his own game. There's no doubt about that.
Real veteran. A tough one. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on. Ground ball to shortstop, coming to the plate. Hodges puts the tag on Clines, and he misses it. Clines sliding out in front of the plate, and Hodges was unable to tag him. The throw just a little bit high for the catcher. I thought, Lou, when he started up there, he was going to be a dead duck.
A great slide by Clines, and he got a great jump on that ball into the shortstop. Hodges had a tough inning. He perhaps was thinking about the fastball and the throwing error prior to that pitch.
Clines coming way out in front of the plate, and he dragged that right foot all the way across it. On at first is Biittner, 1-0 Cubs. Kingman stepping in, and he swings and misses. What a rip he had at that one. Kingman hitting .225. His homer yesterday into the basket in left field, into the wind. Game with 2 men on. He's now driven in 6 runs for the year. This didn't break much. Stayed very high and away. Ball 1, strike 1. Toronto has come up with a pair of runs against the White Sox in the bottom of the 3rd inning against Wilbur Wood. And they now have a 2-1 lead over the Sox at the end of 3. 1 out, 1-1 pitch. Fastball swung on, fouled, back up out of the net. Ball 1, strike 2. Pretty fair turnout here today. Not a capacity house by any means, but considering the winter-like weather we've had to endure, they must have about 16,000, maybe a few more. Koosman in the stretch. Kingman swings, and there's a drive to left field. It should be caught by Kranepool. He makes the two-handed grab. Biittner retreats to first base. Hard-hit liner to left field brings up Bobby Murcer, batting in the 5th spot today. The left-hander on the hill. Had a hit yesterday in 2 trips, official. Bobby hitting .256. So almost 6 runs batted in. Here the wind is coming in from right field, right off the lake. The fastball misses high and away. Ball 1. Rick Floyd and Lou Boudreau here with you. Hope you're enjoying it, and hope you can make it out here tomorrow. Let's hope the weatherman will cooperate. That'll be the end of the homestand. Throw to first base, and he threw a good fastball over there to Montanez. But Biittner was back in plenty of time. Here's the kick, the pitch, curve, and he swung and missed, and what a beautiful curve that was. Broke sharply away. Mazzilli is playing Murcer, who hit a little late, playing him swing into left center field. And Boisclair is way off the right field line. Count of ball one, strike one. Here's the kick, the pitch. Fastball, takes it up and in. Ball two, strike one. They've set up a schedule for Cub players to be in the autograph booth on Saturdays and Sundays here at Wrigley Field. By a strange quirk, here's the pitch. Curve swung on, and he fouled it just down to the mid of Hodges. Stay alive, 2-2. A strange quirk, and this schedule was set up prior to the start of the season. Tomorrow, Dave Kingman and Dennis Lamb, the heroes of yesterday's shutout victory, will be in the autograph booth to sign autographs at noon tomorrow. That's in the main concourse behind third base. 2-2 pitch. Bobby swings and pops it up. Second baseman Doug Flynn, the edge of the grass at second, makes the catch, and that retires the side. Cheap run, but it will sure take it. No hit. An error. Pass ball. One man left. And at the end of one full inning of play, the Mets come to bat against Rick Reuschel. The Cubs lead 1-0.
Good morning. I'd like to try the breakfast with the hash browns, please.
Oh, McDonald's scrambled eggs and sausage and hash brown breakfast with an English muffin, toasted English muffin.
What's the name of it?
McDonald's scrambled eggs and sausage and hash brown breakfast with a toasted English muffin.
Chala. But I mean, what's the name of it?
Well, we didn't have a name.
McDonald's scrambled eggs and sausage and hash brown breakfast. But, I mean, that's too long.
Well, I guess it could use a shorter name.
You need punchy here. You need punchy name. You need name punchy quick.
Oh, you mean like Egg McMuffin?
People order fast, punchy quick, name fast here.
McEgg sauce hash browns.
Greg Bertosh company.
Egg mutt sauce hash red bread.
It doesn't flow. Two freshly scrambled eggs.
Two scramble. McScramble.
Scram.
And steak.
No, pure pork sausage.
McPosaw.
Buttered toasted English muffin. The toasted muffin.
McMuffin.
McCollishman. And a big helping of our great hash browns. Oh, deep fried to be crispy on the outside, tender on the inside, just like our world-famous fries.
So you do want that?
Yes, I want that. Didn't I say that?
You got it.
That's the breakfast I'll have it. Our scrambled eggs and sausage and hash brown breakfast.
Would you like just some McDonald's coffee with that?
McCuffy.
McCoffee.
The Mets have Ed Kranepool to lead off the second inning. Their cleanup hitter today, batting .250. He takes the first one from Rick. Low and away, ball one. Rick lost 5 of his last 6 decisions a year ago. Wound up 20-10. Big fellow's sidearm fastball, strike call, right at the letters away. His only victory in those last 6 decisions was a 6-inning shutout at New York against these Mets. Kranepool hits one down to Biittner. Reuschel off the mound, takes the toss. That's the 4th out of the ball game posted by Rick, and all 4 had been on ground balls to the infield. And he and Biittner have been involved in 3 out of the 4. Willie Montanez stepping in, 1 for 3 yesterday. He's off to a slow start, hampered by a hand injury that he suffered in the opening series of the season against Montreal. Willie hitting 186, and he figures to wind up near 300 when the season's over. Has a homer this year and 3 runs batted in. Left-hander. Takes the first pitch, a strike, his fastball. Cardinals and the Pirates in the bottom of the second inning at Pittsburgh, no score. Sinker away, started to go after it, held up in time, 1-1. Monday night at Philadelphia, we want to remind you, game will start a little bit later than normal. 1-1 pitch, swung on, a bouncing ball to Kelleher at second, took a low hop. He got it and makes the play at first base. Great reactions by Mick. Instead of that ball coming up in the second hop, kind of skidded along, and he had to get that glove down in a hurry. Our network airtime Monday night, 7:35. And 15 minutes prior to that in Chicago, Lou and I will be out to talk a little baseball with you. That'll be Monday night. Tuesday and Wednesday night,
in Philadelphia. Here's the pitch. Swung on and a ground ball to Mick Kelleher. He's got it. Takes a step, throws. And Mazzilli going after the first pitch. Grounds out to the Cubs second baseman. 6 New York batters have come to the plate against Reuschel. All 6 have grounded out. And the Cubs come to bat against Koosman at the bottom of inning number 2, leading 1-0. Your Chicagoland Oldsmobile dealer today. Steve Ontiveros, batting right-handed against Koosman, stepped in, hitting 167 for the year, and a fastball. Takes it high, ball 1. That's 1 hit yesterday in 3 trips. And 167 is what he's hitting from each side of the plate. 1-0 pitch. Swung on and a high fly ball going back for his Mazzilli. He is there. Got room, has the glasses down, makes the catch on the just on the edge of the warning track, about 385 feet away. Brings up Dave Rader, batting .256 after getting a hit yesterday in 3 trips. Dave has batted in 5 runs for the Cubs. By the way, if you'd like to have a copy or several copies of the Cubs schedule for this year, just send a stamped self-addressed envelope to us at WGN, Chicago, 2501 Bradley Place, Chicago. Stamped self-addressed envelope, and we'll send you out the schedule. First pitch is a strike to Dave. Out in front of that one. Hits it down to Montanez at first base. He grabs it nifty and has an easy unassisted put out. So in a hurry, Koosman is retired. The first 2 men in the second inning, and Mick Kelleher will step into the batter's box against him. But a bat only 3 times this year, has a couple of hits. Reuschel moving up into the on-deck circle on the third base side. Cubs with a 1-0 lead. No hits yet. Koosman's fastball. Mick, a little right-hander, looks at it for a strike. Straight away, fairly shallow in center. Lee Mazzilli, very shallow in right. Boisclair strides, delivers, just misses inside of the letters. 1-1. Phillies got a run on Luzinski's second home run of the year, but Montreal in the 4th inning with the bases empty. Here's a swing, a hard one-hopper into the glove of Koosman. Was on his gloved hand, side. And he makes the play on Mick Kelleher. The Philadelphia Phillies lead Montreal 1-0 in their first game this afternoon. That's in the bottom of inning number 4. Here, as we have finished 2 full innings of play, the Cubs lead the Expo, or the New York Mets. I'll get it right. Philadelphia's playing Montreal then, and the Cubs are playing the New York Mets, and they lead them 1-0.
Homeowners, for an instant lush green lawn this spring, let Ambling spray for you nature's way. Ambling's new Green Magic Lawn Spray service assures a beautiful, carefree lawn. Green Magic is a special balanced nutritional diet containing not only primary nutrients, as other lawn spray services do, but also secondary and micronutrients, which produce a lush green lawn and a deep root system. For a free lawn analysis to determine your lawn's nutritional needs, call Ambling's Flowerland at 654-8820. That's 654-8820. cash savings on air conditioning, Sears is the place to go. Right now, you'll have $60 to $140 and save that much on Sears' best-selling high-efficiency central air conditioning system. Choose from 22 to 48,000 BTUs and save from $60 to $140. For example, Sears' 22,000 BTU system is now cut to $534.99. Sears' reliable airmen will install your new central air system, too. Call today and have Sears professionals come to your home for a free estimate. Sale ends April 29th at all Chicagoland Sears stores.
All right. Going into the third inning, here's Lou. Thank you, Vince. First pitch by Reuschel, sidearm sinker, low, ball one. Hodges at the plate. He's doing the catching, and for the Mets today, as Stearns is in a slump. Swinging a ground ball to second baseman. Kelleher has it. Goes to first, one out. There's yet to be a ball hit to the outfield. So, Reuschel with his good sinker working thus far today. Now here's Foley hitting 151, no home runs, 2 RBIs, veteran shortstop for the Mets. First pitch, sidearm, fastball for a strike. One of the best ball and strike umpires in baseball behind the plate today. Doug Harvey does a great job. Here's a swing, a ground ball on Ontiveros. He has it, a nice hop. Fires to Biittner, 2 out. 8 straight Mets have gone down now in front of Reuschel. All ground balls to the infield. Now here's Koosman. Cubs have scored 1 run in the first inning, a gift run. A walk, a pass ball, a throwing error, and a catcher's toss back to the pitcher, allowing Clines to go to third. And then a ground ball to the shortstop, and Clines beats the tag at the plate. Cubs lead 1-0. Koosman takes a strike over the outside corner. The count now 0-2. Reuschel working quickly. The pitch. Curve ball missing. He wouldn't chase it. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. When Koosman and Reuschel work on the mound, you don't want to give the opposition any run. Swing and a miss. He strikes out. So in the first 3 innings, the Mets have gone down 1-2-3. In the third, no runs, no hits, nobody left on base. Cubs come to bat. Bottom of the third inning. Cubs 1, New York Mets nothing.
General Finance, friendly Bob Adams.
Fred Drips here, Bob, the man without a home.
Oh, what happened, Fred? Hurricane, fire?
Parents, Bob.
What?
They kicked me out of their house.
Their house?
Can you believe it, Bob? After 42 years.
Well, let's say...
So my wife and I will be needing a moving loan,
you
Bob.
both lived in the...
We're going to move in with her folks.
You sure you want to do that?
Oh, sure. They just love the baby girl.
Oh, that's nice.
They just think the 4 boys are loud.
Well, boys will be boys.
These boys will be a rock band.
Must be very entertaining.
Oh, yeah. Shep and the 12 pups get so excited.
I better get to work on that moving loan. Where will you be living?
The south, the west, the north.
How can you live in,
We'll go wherever her folks take their trailer.
I'll hurry that loan.
Oh, thanks, Bob.
You can always get a little help from a friend at General Finance.
Fans are at 70 General Finance Chicago area offices. Call General Finance's friendly Bob Adams to borrow up to $10,000. Call Andover 32020. And they also have an office out in Kenley Park. General Finance. Against Koosman. And if you were listening when the Cubs were playing in New York, the last time Reuschel faced Koosman, Koosman fired one right over that blue helmet, and it went back to the screen. It was after that pitch that Koosman was ejected from the ball game, along with his manager Torrey. But prior to that pitch, Reuschel, thinking that Henderson was showing him up, taking too much time in the batter's box, plunked Henderson on the left elbow. So Koosman's pitch was a retaliation pitch. Here's Koosman's first pitch to Reuschel. Fastball, high outside, ball 1. Drive ball over the pitcher's head. Second baseman Flynn has it. Tosses it to Montanez for the out. One out. Cubs are out in front. 1-0. Now the top of the order. Jesus at bat. Struck out to open up this ball game. Second time now that he's facing Koosman in this ball game. First pitch by the southpaw. Curveball swing, a little Texas leader in the center field for a base hit. The Jesus hit that one on the end of his bat, and it sailed in the center field for a base hit. That is the Cubs' first hit. Now here's Clines at bat. Clines walked in the first inning. Went to second on a pass ball by Hodges. Went to third when Hodges' throw back to Koosman was wild. Scored on a grounder to the shortstop, beating the tag at the plate. First pitch outside, ball one. Mets will be in town tomorrow afternoon to close out this series. Jesus with a good lead at first base. Koosman keeping an eye on him. Goes into the stretch. Throws to first to drive to Jesus back. Now we're all set once again. Koosman's ready. Throws to first as the Jesus has taken an extremely long lead. And Koosman, noticing that, just goes over there to drive him back to the bag. Once again, he has a tremendous lead. Another throw to first base. You can notice how he extended his lead on those last three stretches by the pitcher, and of course, Koosman notices that also. Now we're set. Here's the pitch, a swing at cap to Koosman. He throws to Foley, forces the Jesus. Foley's throw to first, doubles up Kline as he hit a one-hopper. Taylor made double play right back to the pitcher. That is the 17th double play for the Mets. So in the third inning for the Cubs, no runs, one hit, nobody left on base. At the end of three, it's Cubs 1, New York Mets nothing.
If you treat your lawn well this spring, it'll really grow on you this summer. Hi, Pat Summerall to explain. This spring, feed your lawn Scotch Turf Builder from True Value Hardware stores. It'll provide a balanced, prolonged feeding, gradually releasing the proper nutrients to your lawn to develop sturdy root systems, so your lawn will grow thick and green, not just tall. So feed your lawn Scotch Turf Builder this spring and watch it grow on you this summer. You'll find Scotch Lawn products at participating True Value Hardware stores. Good morning. I'd like to try the breakfast with the hash browns, please.
Oh, McDonald's scrambled eggs and sausage and hash browns breakfast with an English muffin.
What's the name of it?
You didn't have a name.
You need punchy here. You need name punchy quick.
Oh, you mean like Egg McMuffin?
Greg Berthauschtum.
Potato sauce hash browns.
Miss Graham.
And steak.
No.
The post sauce.
Potato muffin.
McMuffin.
McDonald's scrambled eggs and sausage and hash brown breakfast.
So you do want that?
I'll have that.
You got it.
Scrambled eggs and sausage and hash brown breakfast.
In the fourth inning, it'll be the top of the Mets batting order. Randle, Flynn, and Boisclair. Randle tapped one back to the pitcher to open up this ball game. Rick Reuschel and the Cubs enjoying a 1-0 lead. First pitch by the big fellow. Strike call. A good fastball over the outside corner. Reuschel working quickly today. Swing a ground ball to the left of Kelleher. He has it. Fires to first for the out. 10 straight Mets have gone down in front of Reuschel. Now here's Flynn. Grounded after to Jesus in the first inning. Toronto's added to their lead. They now lead the White Sox 3-1 at the end of 4. First pitch now to Flynn. High, ball one. Pittsburgh came up with 2 runs in the second inning. They lead St. Louis 2-0 at the end of 2. One ball pitch, swing and a fly ball. Short right field. Kelleher there, called for it, moving to the foul line, gloved it. That's the first ball hit into the air by a New York Met. And it was merely a little pop-up behind Biittner that Kelleher had an easy chance. 2 out. Here's Boisclair at bat, left-handed hitter. 1-0 Cubs. We're in the top of the 4th inning. Rick Reuschel into the windup. The kick, the pitch. Strike ball, a good fastball. He has a tremendous easy motion and an easy stride, and then when that arm comes around, it comes around quickly, and that is exactly what fools these hitters. They stride according to a pitcher's stride towards them, and then try to pick up that baseball. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on a low sinker. But when you start your stride late, of course your hands start late. And with a good fastball pitcher with that easy motion, that ball is up on you and past you before you can pull the trigger. Here's the 1-ball, 2-strike pitch. Curveball. It's missed. Outside corner. It's now 2-2. Reuschel looks in, gets a sign from Rader. Here's the pitch. Outside. 3-2. A full count now on Boisclair, batting with 2 outs in the 4th inning. Here's the pitch. Swing and a ground ball to Biittner. It's under his glove. Into right field. Boisclair due to an error. First base runner for the Mets. Team is on first base, Boisclair, and he's there due to an error. First pitch now to Kranepool. Strike called. High. Letter high. Kranepool grounded to Biittner in the first inning, but now Biittner is out of that position and holding the runner on first. Outside and low on the next pitch. 1-1. This gives the left-handed hitter the advantage, especially on a sinker ball pitcher that likes to keep the ball inside. The pitch. The swing of a ground ball over the pitcher's head, but the Jesus has it. Cuts his second to force Boisclair at second base. So, you know what is still alive. In the 4th inning, no runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 man left on base. The Cubs come to bat, bottom of the 4th inning, leading the Mets 1-0.
When you brew a beer in God's country, you begin with sparkling pure Wisconsin spring water. Water that flows deep beneath the ground. Then you pure brew, double brew it in a traditional old world way called poisoning. Poisoning is the most natural way to brew beer and the most expensive. Most expensive because it takes more time. But Heileman's Old Style is one American premium beer that is still fully poisoned, naturally carbonated. Because at Old Style, we don't aim to make the most beer. Only the best. Taste the difference poisoning makes. Try Old Style. Pure brewed in God's country. G. Heileman Brewing Company, La Crosse, Wisconsin.
4th inning for the Cubs. It'll be Biittner, Kingman, and Murcer. The meat of the Cubs batting order at that. Biittner hit a ground ball to the shortstop with Clines at third in the 1st inning. Foley decided to make the play at the plate, threw the ball to Hodges, but Clines with a great slide eluded the tag. The pitch from Koosman, high, and the count now ball 2. No strikes to Larry Biittner. Cubs 1, New York Mets nothing. Jerry Koosman into the windup. Here's the pitch. Fastball inside. He misses. And now it's ball 3 and no strikes. This fella has walked only 5 men. There's a strike called. In the 21 and 1/3 innings that he started this ball game, has good control, and control with all pitches. The ball 3, strike 1 pitch to Larry Biittner. Low, ball 4. So Biittner starts the 4th inning, drawing a walk. Now here's Kingman at bat. It was in the 1st inning when Clines walked, and eventually scored the Cubs only run thus far. Dave Kingman lined out to the left fielder. Kranepool, first time at bat. First pitch, curveball, strike call. Koosman, when he takes his stretch, looks directly at Biittner. Here's the pitch. Fastball and a swing and a miss on a high fastball. So Kingman now behind in the count. The stretch by Koosman. Here's the pitch. Curveball, strike 3 call. Kingman, with his bat on the shoulder, thought it was inside, but it hit the corner before it went inside. He's called out on strike. Let's pause 5 seconds for station identification. This is the WGN Chicago Cubs Baseball Network.
This is WGN Radio, Chicago.
Umpires asking the right center field bleacher patrons who in the front row had a banner that they lowered, but now it is removed. And here's Murcer at bat. Popped out, first time at bat. First pitch, curveball, first strike. Koosman has much better control with a curveball today than he has with a fastball. Certain days will be like that. And he's been staying with that particular pitch. There's a swing, a base hit to the right field. There goes Biittner around second. Here's Boisclair's throw to third, and Biittner slides in safely. So Murcer singles to right. We're only the second hit off Koosman. And the leadoff walk by Biittner is now at third base for Ontiveros, who sent a fly ball deep to center field his first time at bat. Cubs lead 1-0, but a few more runs certainly wouldn't hurt. We'll see how the Mets infield plays. Ontiveros with 1 out, runners on first and third, and the Cubs with a 1-0 lead. They're going to stay back for a double play. Murcer with his lead off first, Biittner with his lead off third, and now Koosman's into the stretch, and here's the first pitch to Steve Ontiveros. Swinging a down ball to shortstop right. He dives, he makes the catch. Throws to second, he gets the fourth out. Murcer jumps up and down on the call. But a tremendous play by Foley to rob Ontiveros of a base hit. As he went into the hole, dove, backhanded, grabbed that baseball, then wheeled and turned to second base. And Flynn catching that ball just ahead of the fighting Murcer on a very close call, and the Mets get the call at second base, but the run scores. So Ontiveros gets his second RBI of the year, and the Cubs now lead 2-0. Here's Rader at bat. High curveball, ball 1. But a tremendous play by Foley, and Murcer thought he had the play beat as he jumped up on the out call by Quick, but no words were spoken. There's a fly ball into left field. Kranepool is there. He moves to the foul line and gloves it for the third out. In the 4th inning, 1 run, 1 hit. 1 man left on base. So now at the end of 4, it's the Cubs 2 and the Mets nothing.
What is it?
The hash brown pie, fresh brown.
Some people don't know McDonald's hash brown when they see it.
Your breakfast major.
Egg scrambled fresh?
Fresh scrambled eggs.
Sausage, pork?
Pure pork sausage, check.
Muffin English?
Toasted English muffin.
And a funny-looking crispy thing.
Fresh brown.
Perfect.
You check, major.
A major breakfast. But even though a McDonald's hash brown may look a little funny, it certainly tastes good.
How did you do that? You what, man? We call my little hash browns into one cute little hours an hour.
A unique, funny-looking shake you can eat with your fingers.
Larry, don't eat with your fingers. But the man with the deep face, he said I could.
They are funny looking.
But they're delicious.
Well, I didn't ask delicious. I figured they were delicious. This is McDonald's.
Yes,
I'll have some. I'll have some.
Get ready to try.
McDonald's hash browns, crisp and golden on the outside, tender on the inside.
Just like our world famous fries.
But still funny.
They're done when it's breakfast.
Now the Mets coming to bat against Rick in the fifth inning, and Willie Montanez is going to lead off, and they are still looking for their first hit of the afternoon. Vince Lloyd here with you at Wrigley Field, where we've got a 0 win coming in off of Willie, and the Cubs now out in front 2-0. Texas leading the Detroit Tigers at Detroit today, 2-0 in the bottom of the third inning. Milwaukee carries a 2-0 lead over the New York Yankees at Yankee Stadium. Milwaukee now batting in the third. And the White Sox trail at Toronto 3-2 with Toronto batting in the bottom of the sixth inning. Cleveland, 5 runs in the first inning at Boston. The Indians lead 6-0 in the bottom of the second inning. They knocked out Ripley. California, Minnesota, 0-0 at the end of 2. First pitch, Montanez takes sinking fastball low and away to the left-hander for ball 1. Phillies 1, Montreal 0 at the end of 5 in their first game today. Tries to hold up any swing and he can't do it. Good fastball down low and away. Pirates 2, St. Louis 0 at the end of 2 in Pittsburgh. 1-1 pitch. Fastball low and away. Ball 2, strike 1. Reuschel in the windup. Montanez. Got a little piece of that one. It was away from him, and he wanted to hold up again, but he couldn't do it. It committed himself, and it's 2-2. Rick lost his opener this year at Pittsburgh. He gave up only 3 hits. The Cubs, however, were shut out in that ball game by John Candelaria. Beat the Mets 4-2, and then he beat Pittsburgh here. 2-2 pitch. God missed it, the knees away. Ball 3, strike 2. Big fella in the windup, 3-2 delivery. Montanez swings, handcuffed with that one, bounces it to Kelleher at second. Next take has Montanez, who is just trotting down the line, has him out by about 30 feet. So he was not really running it out. Here's Lee Mazzilli. Grounded out in the second inning to Kelleher to retire the side. No Met yet has been able to get the ball out of the infield. But I better correct myself on that one. One went out in the infield when it got under the glove of Biittner for an error. He was going to bunt on that fastball, and he missed for a strike. So that one eventually wound up in the outfield. But it never should have gotten out there. Big fella ready. There's a swing and a bouncing ball to Hopper to Mick Kelleher. This time comes up nicely. And Mazzilli is out of there. Kelleher now has thrown out the first 2 batters in this inning. 2 out, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth, and caught a pop-up in the fourth. He's been a busy little guy. Here's Ron Hodges, the left-handed hitting catcher. Charged with a pass ball, and then on an error on a throw back to the pitcher after a pitch. And that's led to the first Cub run. He looks at the first pitch of strike. Hodges led off the third, grounding out to Kelleher. 0-1 delivery. Sinking fastball low and away. Ball 1, strike 1. Tomorrow, Ray Burris is slated to go for the Cubs against Nino Espinosa. Hodges out of the batter's box for a while. Now he digs in.
Reuschel, 1-1 pitch. Fastball, missed outside. Ball 2, strike 1. Wind up in the 2-1 delivery. Swung on, bouncing ball over the mound, back to second base to Jesus there. Here's the take. Too high. Biittner leaped for it, coming up the line, couldn't get to it. It bounced off the bricks on the first base side. Where Dave Rader backing it up, picks it up, and let's see what that one's going to be. Jesus moving smartly, way behind second base on that bouncing ball. Kelleher had to bend down on all fours to get out of his way, and his take was way high. And he is charged with a cut second there, and a cheer goes up as the big E is put on the scoreboard. They did not want that one to be ruled a hit. Here's Tim Foli. Right-handed hitter, grounded out to Ontiveros. He looks, and Reuschel misses, low and away to him. Ball 1. Runner at first, 2 gone. There's a swing and a ground ball to Jesus right. He's got it. Goes to Kelleher. Fourth play to retire the side. All right, in the 5th inning. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 left. And Reuschel still with a no-hitter. As the Cubs come to bat at Wrigley Field in the bottom of inning number 5, and they still lead the Mets 2-0. Right now, time to test drive at 78 Cutlass. Why? Because right now, with over 4,000 available in Chicagoland, you can choose the color and options you want with immediate delivery at your Chicagoland Oldsmobile dealer. When you test drive the 78 Cutlass, you'll discover how the new trimmer size makes for smooth riding, easier handling, and inside, feel the comfort and enjoy the space because there's more headroom and legroom than ever. Visit your Chicagoland Oldsmobile dealer today. Test drive the 78 Cutlass and you'll discover what a pleasure it is. For the St. Louis Cardinals in the 4th inning with the bases empty against the Pittsburgh Pirates. 7th first of the year. Gets back in the ball game. Mick Kelleher ended the 2nd inning, grounding out to Koosman. Mick now 2 for 4 for the young season. Philadelphia leading Montreal 1-0. They're now in the 7th inning at Montreal in their first game. Carlton on the hill with a shutout through 6. First pitch of the ball, too high. Koosman, long side. The big left-hander pumps a strike in, a fastball. Ball 1, strike 1. Mick Kelleher, right-handed hitter. Koosman in the windup, and Kelleher on the curve checks it, and it breaks sharply into the dirt. Bounces down the first base foul line. Ball 2, strike 1. He's not been sharp with it, this curveball so far today. Toronto 3, White Sox 2 in the 7th inning at Toronto. 2-1 pitch to Kelleher, swung on. Ground ball to the shortstop Foley. Jumps up, dealt high. Long throw, put a lot on it. And he's got Kelleher by a couple of steps. That'll bring up the pitcher, Rick Reuschel, and he should get quite ahead. Big fellow, wearing number 48, has a no-hitter against these New York Mets as he goes after his 3rd win of the season. Koosman winds. Rick takes. Fastball away. Ball 1. Jerry winds. Fastball. Just down at the strike call. Right at the belt. Inside corner. 1-1. pitch. Goes the curve, and it's too high. Ball 2, strike 1. One away, bases empty, 2-0 Cubs. Fastball. Strike called right at the letters. The big Rick Reuschel. Count at 2-2 on him. Koosman working quickly. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on. He got a piece of it. Still alive as he fouls it back out of play. In the on-deck circle, the leadoff hitter, DeJesus. What's up on that pitch? Swung on. Hard smash. Dropped down to the third baseman. Gets to his feet. Throws, and he's got him. Great play by Lenny Randle. He had robbed Reuschel of a base hit as he was out in front of that chain. Hit a vicious shot. And Randle, diving full length towards third, came up with the ball. Scrambled to his feet as quickly as he could. Cap was caught. It had tried to fly off, but it was caught in the band of his sunglasses. Despite all of those handicaps, Randle made the play, and the bases are empty with 2 gone. The Aces singled in the third after striking out in the first inning, so he's 1 for 2 today. After the single, he was rubbed out on a double play ball. Cubs with a 2-0 lead. Koosman's first pitch. Ivan takes a fastball too high. Ball 1. Maintaining a batting average of well over 300. Wind up the pitch. Looks to the strike, a good fastball, 1-1, right at the belt. It's Monday with a homer last night, his 7th of the year, and he now leads the league in runs batted in with 16 already. Joe Morgan, the Reds, next with 14. Here's a pitch swung on it. A well-hit drive in the right center field. That ball is hit hard, but it is caught on the run by Bruce Boisclair in right center. And the Cubs in the 5th inning go down in order. At the end of 5 at Wrigley Field, the New Yorkers come to bat, and Jerry Koosman is the leadoff. The score remains the Cubs 2, the New York Mets nothing.
I need lead-free gas. How do I know which one's a good one?
I always go with the number 1 brand. I paid a lot of money for this car. I want a great lead-free gasoline for it. I'm a standard dealer. What I tell my customers is that today's new cars run on lead-free fuel, but they don't all run the same way on it. So we standard dealers give you a lead-free choice. Our lead-free Amoco in the blue pump is the Midwest's best-selling lead-free. Ever since the lead-free age began, lead-free Amoco has been preferred by new car buyers. And now, there's a second lead-free Amoco gasoline. Higher-octane Amoco premium lead-free in the gold pump. It's designed for cars old and new that need higher octane to run the way they should.
You get a choice of standard.
I like that Amoco in the blue pump. Amoco Premium's great. See your independent standard dealer near you and get his lead-free choice. You expect more from a leader.
All right, Jerry Koosman to lead off as Ratzenberger's groundskeeping crew has tidied up the infield, sweeping down all the dirt. Koos struck out against Reuschel to retire the Mets in the third. Their 2 base runners have been on errors. He takes a big swing and he misses. Strike 1. Lots of ground balls so far today. Off Rick. Big fella gets his sign. Here's the delivery. Koosman swings and misses. Strike 2. Right-handed hitter. Thought he was going to be traded by the Mets after last year. 0-2 pitch. Looks at the ball a little bit low. Cleaned out his locker at the end of the 77 season. Gave away a lot of things. But there's no way that he would still be a Met this year. 1-2 pitch. Take strike 3. Oh, he trudges back to the dugout. And Rick now with 5 1/3 no-hit innings will face the top of the batting order, Lenny Randle, who could try to get on with the bunt. Left-handers grounded out to Rick and grounded out to Kelleher.
John Tupel, who used to be a member of the Off the Street Club. Going to be a proud man today because he is out here with a group of 200 Off the Street Club young people. First pitch. Randle checks his swing on a strike. It's good fastball to him. The director of the Off the Street Boys Club in Chicago, Wilfred Milton, in charge of 200 of them. There's a swing and a hard hit ground ball. Kelleher, one step to his left, has it. Two gone. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ground balls have been hit to Mick Kelleher so far. And he's caught a pop-up. Couple of grounders to the aces to short. Couple to Reuschel. With 2 out here in the 6th inning, 2-0 Cubs. Doug Flynn stepped in. Right-hander swings and he misses. Looked like he was fooled completely by that pitch. Ernie Banks, the director of group sales to the Cubs, bringing John Tupel up here. Ernie looking like he's ready to step into that batter's box and hit one out here any time. Here's a swing and a high foul. That's out his way into the upper deck on the first base side. Customer up there very happy to get a souvenir. Rick is ready. Big solid pitch. Backed him away. Ball 1, strike 2. The lowest number of hits Reuschel allowed in a game last year was 4. 1-2 pitch. Slaps the ground ball. Deep in the hole. The aces. Slow rollers. Pitching close. Look out. He is safe. A slow roller deep in the hole to the shortstop. Ivan de Jesus. And Doug Flynn cutting it just as hard as he possibly could. Well, safe at first base. The ball just under the glove of Ontiveros. The aces behind him picked it up. Biittner the stretch. Not in time. And that is the first New York Mets hit of the afternoon, an infield single on a very slow roller. The pitch to the no-hitter is gone. The score, 2-0 Cubs. Boisclair stepping in. Left-hander. And he takes the ball a little bit low. He reached on Biittner's there in the 4th inning and then was forced to second on Kranepool's ground ball to the Jesus. 1-0 pitch. Swung on, ground ball. Kelleher to his right side. Snaps it down. Scrambles towards it, can't pick it up. That will be another base hit. The second infield single. Now they have put the tying runs on base here in the 6th inning with 2 outs. Runners at first and second. And Ed Kranepool stepping in. He's 0 for 2. Believe it or not, each team with just 2 hits for the day. But the Cubs with a 2-0 lead and the Mets are threatening. Kranepool, a Cubs veteran at the plate. First pitch swung on. He's out in front and he hit the foul down the first base line. That's strike 1 count. Rick with a pair of strikeouts against his mound opponent. Has not walked anybody. Looks at second. Comes to the plate. Kranepool looks at a ball outside a fastball. Remember now, after this road trip, which starts on Monday at Philadelphia, then at Atlanta, early May, the Cubs are going to be home, and a big weekend coming up. 1-1 pitch. Swinging at a foul. Back up onto the backstop. That's going to be Saturday and Sunday, May 6th and 7th. Jacket giveaway weekend. The Cubs against the tough San Francisco Giants. Jacket will be given free to the first 15,000 youngsters aged 13 and under with fully paid admission, not including bleacher tickets. First 15,000 each day. Here's the pitch. Swung on, both the ground ball to Biittner. He's got it. Reuschel off the mound, takes the underhanded throw, and the side is retired. No runs, 2 infield hits, and 2 men left on.
So at the end of 5 1/2 innings at Wrigley Field, the Cubs come to bat. Klein, Biittner, and Kingman to lead off against Bruce Koosman. And it's still the Chicago Cubs 2 and the New York Mets nothing.
General Finance, friendly Bob Adams.
Hi, Bob. Dave Rooney here.
Dave.
You know, old Mr. Easy Touch?
Oh, the railroad conductors who loan money to the people who forgot their wallets, right?
Right, but I got a new job.
Oh, great. Because that last
Well, the
job
thing
was-
is, I'm going to need another consolidation loan, Bob.
Hi, Dave.
I have all kinds of bills starting to pile up.
Well, a consolidation loan will turn them into one monthly payment.
Fantastic.
What's your new job, Dave? What's your new job?
I'm a collector on a toll gate, Bob.
Dave.
No,
You're not lending quarters.
Well,
Dimes.
occasionally, I got an IOU from every one of them, Bob.
I'll get to work on your consolidation loan, Dave.
Thanks, Bob. And if you ever drive through my toll gate without your wallet...
Thanks, Dave. And you can always get a little help from a friend at General Finance.
There are 70 General Finance Chicago area offices. Call General Finance's friendly Bob Adams to borrow up to $10,000. Call Andover 32020. And remember, General Finance also has an office in major downstate cities. Gene Clines stepping in, walked in the first inning. Got the second on a pass ball. And then, here's the pitch. Swung on fouls, out of play to the right. Then, Biittner at bat. Ron Hodges on a return throw to the pitcher. Threw it high to the first base side. Koosman couldn't get it. And on that error on the throw back to the pitcher, here's his swing, and a little pop-up should be caught in shallow center field. Who's going to grab it? Center fielder Mazzilli does. Surrounded by 3 of his teammates. The Clines got the third on a rarity. Poor throw by the catcher back to the battery mate. Then he was able to come in on Larry Biittner's ground ball, and which they missed getting Clines at the plate. That brings up Biittner, led off the 4th inning with a walk, and he eventually scored. Here's a swing and a fly ball to the left fielder, Kranepool, backing up down to his right. He's got it. Makes the one-handed shoulder high catch. 2-way. Dave Kingman will be the hitter. 3 pitches. Dave looked at strike 3 in the 4th inning. Thought that pitch that they called him out on was going to be a breaking ball that missed inside. He lined out hard to Kranepool in the 1st inning. 2-0 Cubs. Bottom of inning number 6 at Wrigley Field. David steps aside just a moment. Now the big lanky right-hander is in the batter's box, bending from the waist. Here's the pitch to him. Swung on, and he missed. Good fastball. Joe Malfitano, a bit under the weather today. And he is not on the coach's line. Hope to see him there tomorrow. Enos Lowry replacing. Change-up swung on, and he's way out in front. Fouls it down the third baseline. All the cold weather that we've had out here. Surprised that not more of the guys aren't sidelined by a cold or something. Koosman decides he'll waste it this time on 0-2, and it's a fastball up and away. That pitch that he got him looking at a curve to strike 3. 1-2 pitch. There's the curve, and it misses inside above the knees. Ball 2, strike 2. The Biittner has had a hand in both of the Cub runs today, getting credit for driving in the first one and tallying the second one himself. 2-2 pitch. Kingman swings and a drive into left field, base hit. Boy, he is so quick with that bat. Single for the big guy, makes a long turn, holds up. Sometimes it appears as though that ball is by him, almost in the catcher's fist. And he pulls the trigger so fast. Find it hard to believe. Here's Bobby Murcer. Single into right field in the 4th inning, sending Biittner to third. And He was called out, and Ontiveros' ground ball, on which the shortstop Foli made a great stop to prevent it from going in the outfield. Threw to second, and Murcer was called out on what appeared on our television replay set here in our broadcasting booth that he had the play beat at second. Jumped up angrily, but he didn't stop to argue. So throw to first to keep Kingman close. Richmond pitch, curve, misses. Ball one, let's pause for station identification. This is the WGN Chicago Cubs Baseball Network.
This is WGN Radio, Chicago.
Vince Floyd here at Wrigley Field. Kingman at first, Murcer the hitter. Kingman goes, Murcer takes. Here's the throw to second. The big guy is in with a stolen base. At a speed a mile. Throw was okay. Koosman's curveball missing away. By the time the ball got to Foli, the shortstop, Kingman was coming up from his slide. Stolen base. Murcer takes, and there's a curve missing high and inside. Ball two, strike one. That's Dave's first stolen base of the season. Runner in scoring position in a 2-1 pitch. Fastball swung on. Hits the ground ball to second baseman. Up with his Doug Flynn. Throws to first to retire the side. No runs, a hit, one man left in the bases. At the end of 6 full innings of play, the Mets come to bat. The score remains the Cubs 2, the New Yorkers nothing. Now True Value Hardware stores offer ways to help you fix up your home and cut down on yard work with values on Black & Decker power tools. Fix up your home with the Black & Decker 3/8-inch variable speed reversing drill. It has variable speeds to let you adapt your drilling to a variety of materials. And it reverses to let you drive and remove screws. True Value Hardware stores also offer the Black & Decker 18-inch dual-blade electric rotary mower for just $89.99. It features dual blades for faster, smoother cutting to help you cut down on your yard work, and that handle flips over so you can quickly reverse your cutting direction. So whether your needs are to fix up or cut down, get the help you need with Black & Decker power tools from participating True Value Hardware stores. Montanez, a colorful, slick-fielding first baseman, is to lead off here in the 7th inning. And Ed Kranepool is grounded out to the Cubs' second baseman of the day, Mick Kelleher. Trio sidelined yesterday and today with a tonsillitis bout. First pitch, Montanez takes, and Reuschel's fastball was the ball, lowered away. Quick kick. Misses outside, ball two. Mother's Day is right around the corner. Yeah, here you are, teenager on a budget, I know. 2-0 pitch. 6, swing and a foul. Out of the middle, Raider, 2-1. Let me tell you, we got a good idea for you. Why don't you get Mom a gift certificate for a Cubs game? You know, 3 of you can sit in the bleachers for just $4.50. You can make it a family outing. For you, Mom, and Dad. A delightful gift and all for just $4.50. 2-1 pitch to Montanez, swung on. He fouls this one. Back on the line with the plate and third. To level the count at 2-2. Nobody on, nobody out. Cubs with a 2-0 lead. Reuschel's pitch. Montanez swings. Goes he's side at that one. Bounces it down. Bears charging in towards the mound. That's the hurry. He has got him by a half a step. Low bouncer. 1 out. Brings up Lee Mazzilli. He has bounced out twice today to Kelleher. Already has 7 assists for the day. Cubs with a run in in the first at Cleveland. Got it without a base hit. And one in the fourth. Boisclair, left-hander, takes the ball. Ken Henderson hurt himself making a catch against the Cubs at Shea Stadium. Still out of action. This is swing. He fouls the fastball down the left field line. The doctor told me yesterday he wasn't quite sure when Henderson was able to put pressure. That ball in the foot. 1-1 pitch. Swung on at a high foul. It's out of play. Ball one, strike two. The other Henderson, Steve, out of action because he's been in a slump. Both of those Hendersons hurt the Cubs mightily with their bats at Shea Stadium. 1-2 pitch. High. Ball two, strike two. Shutout yesterday by Dennis Lamp on a full-hitter. And in the seventh inning today, they are scoreless. Here's a swing and a deep drive. Clines back into his left. He out there. It's over his head. Bounced against the wall. Here's the runner coming around second, heading for third. And he is in there with a triple. Gene Clines didn't really race hard going back for that ball. He thought with that wind coming in over the right field wall, apparently, that it was not going to carry as far as it did. Finally, at the last moment, he tried to put out a burst of speed, stuck the glove up, but it was just over the glove of the little guy. And Mazzilli is on at third with a triple. 2-1 score, or 2-0 score. Mazzilli hoping to get that first run at Wrigley Field for the Mets this year. The batter, Ron Hodges, he swings. The left-hander drills a foul. Out of play down the left field side. He reached on to Jesus there in the fifth inning. Came up with a very fine stop back to second, and then threw high over to first base. There's a big swung on and a high fly ball to Clines, but Mazzilli is tagging up. That ball carried all the way out to the warning track in deep left center field, and a run scores to make it 2-1 Cubs. Long sacrifice fly by Ron Hodges, who has his first run batted in of the season, although he is still hitless. So that's for the New Yorkers, their first run in Chicago this year. 2 out, bases empty. Foley goes after the first pitch and fouls it out of play. The first outfield out made by Cubs today. Here's a swing and a bouncing ball. Flicks off the glove of Reuschel. Bare-hand knockdown made by Mick Kelleher, but he'll have no play. He couldn't even hold on to the ball, and that should be a hit. It is a single all the way. New York has put the tying run on base here in the seventh inning with the pitcher Jerry Koosman due up. Joe Torre is going to go to Tom Grieve as a pinch hitter. Grieve batting .364 is 4 for 11 this year, and one of those 4 hits a homer to account for his only run batted in. This year, Steve Henderson got a grand slam pinch hit homer for him against Montreal. The guys that Torre has picked off the bench to send in there, such as Grieve, at 5 hits and 14 at bats. There's one that's low, gets away from later, and a runner fully going to second base. That's the tying run in scoring position. Wild pitch. 5 for 14 is a .357 batting average for pinch hitting, with 8 runs batted in. That's the first wild pitch by Rick this year. Bruce Sitter now throwing in the Cub bullpen. In the seventh. Here's the pitch. Greaves swings. Little fly ball into right field. Couldn't cause trouble. It's in front of Murcer. Then it's coming around third. And Murcer grabs the ball and does not try to get Foley, who was off and running with two away. Suddenly, this ball game is tied at 2-2. Greaves dumping one in front of Bobby Murcer in shallow right field. Well, Bouncer made the bare-handed grab off to his right. Didn't figure he had a play. So the single by Foley and the wild pitch by Rick Reuschel has led to a tied-up ball game. Top of the batting order up, Lenny Randle swings and a drive into left field, the base hit. Kingman over to pick it up. They have runners at first and second, a line shot. There were two infield hits in the sixth inning after the first two Mets had been retired. That destroyed Reuschel's bid for a no-hitter. Now, he is battling to stay in the ballgame and to preserve a tie. Mike Rourke is coming out to talk to the big guy. Joe Youngblood is coming in now to run for Tom Grieve at second base. Youngblood represents the go-ahead run for New York. Lenny Randle has been in a slump. He got his first hit here in this series. And in his first three times up today against Reuschel, he had grounded out twice to Kelleher and once to Rick. Four hits in this inning and 6 for the day now by New York. Doug Flynn stepping into the batter's box. He takes, and there's the ball a little low. We're in the seventh. A stretch by Rick. It's a swing and a high fly ball to Murcer. Should retire the flag. He is under it. He's got it. But New York ties it up. 2 runs. 4 base hits. Pitch here to be costly. 2 men left on. Time for the seventh inning stretch at Wrigley Field. A good turnout. And they're seeing a plus one to score. The Mets 2, the Mets 2. You know, there's one kind of ball player American really likes to have around, and that's the guy who's consistent. He's there every day making the plays, getting the hit. Well, that's the kind of consistency you get with Harlem and those style field. You always know you're going to get the same great flavor from down in the bottles here in the can, case in and case out. The reason the folks at D. Harlem and Brewing Company are consistently fussy about what goes into this great light beer, because they select only the choicest of hops, the finest grade. And they believe only sparkling pure Wisconsin spring water is good enough for old style. Water that flows from deep from the carbonated the old world way, too. Which means that pure brew is double brew. So next time, try a beer that tastes so consistently. Try old style, pure brewed in God's country. Pitcher now. Koosman looked it for a pinch hitter. He's off the hook. It'll be a battle for the Cubs to make it 2 in a row over these guys. Oh, we saw Corneo there in Chase Stadium. He looked like a very promising young guy, doesn't he? Yeah, he has a forkball, an outside pitch that Torrey, I don't know whether he taught him that pitch this thing or not, but he likes this youngster, and he says he's got great control of it. That's his out pitch. He has won 2 without a loss. He's appearing in his 6th game for the New Yorkers already this year.
2 earned runs. His ERA is a good one, 2.57. 3 of his 4 walks have been intentional. Struck out 4. Hit 1 batter. All young right-hander. Ontiveros pops up. And Dave Rader stepping in is 0 for 2 today. Cubs were gifted with a run back in the first inning. Second one bloomed from a walk, just as the first one did. The only 2 walks that Koosman gave up today. Corneo's first pitch, a little bit low. Marty is his first name, M-A-R-D-I-E, 6'4", 200-pounder, state of Kansas. 11-6 in the minors last year for the Mets. There's a swing, and Rader fouls one. Lenny Randle chasing it. Italy goes back into the boxes past the Cub dugout. Ball 1, strike 1 on Dave. Bases empty. Cubs with only 3 hits. The New Yorkers with 6, and the game is tied at 2. Windup. Corneo's delivery swung out. Hard smash just past the pitcher into center field. Got the glove up an instant too late. Dave Rader represents the go-ahead run at first base for the Cubs. Mick Kelleher due to be the batter. Hard liner. IBES. Mets signed him in June of '73. He was their 21st selection in that June draft that year. Years of age. In the minors, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77. He's ridden enough buses to know what that's like. Right-hander fires. Kelleher takes it to strike. Ball that broke over the inside corner above the knees. Nick against Koosman, grounded out twice. Willie Hernandez going in the Cub bullpen. And Torrey, the lefty and the righter, going down the right field line in his bullpen. 0-1 pitch. A little high and away. 1-1. Rick Reuschel in the on-deck circle. Mick Kelleher trying to get himself a base hit. Rader over at first. Corneo checks him. Comes to the plate. Misses a little low. Ball 2, strike 1. Philadelphia with 6 runs. There's a swing and a bouncing ball over the mound. Could be 2. Foley has to step to the back. Throws it away. Bounce against the wall. Kelleher gets back to first base in time. Foley had time to make the double play, but he hurried it. And he is charged with the Mets' third. Or second error of the day. Sorry, can't give him an error on that. Man is on with a fielder's choice. You can't assume they'd have the double play. Reuschel batting for himself with 2 outs. Runner at first. That right fielder, Boisclair, looks like a softball infielder. Here's a swing and a ground ball taken by the second baseman. And Flynn backhands it to Foley for the force out on Mick Kelleher. And the Cubs do nothing in the 7th insofar as runs are concerned. 1 hit. And they leave a man on. So we've got an even Steven ball game at Wrigley Field as we move into the 8th inning. Tied at 2. What is it?
The hash browns and hash browns.
Some people don't know McDonald's hash brown when they see it.
But they're delicious.
I didn't ask delicious. I figured delicious. This is McDonald's. I'll have them.
You ready to start?
McDonald's hash browns, crisp and golden on the outside, tender on the inside.
Look like a real famous fries.
But still,
They're doing the breakfast.
The next time you want to do it yourself, use a professional. Hi, Pat Summerall to suggest using a Skill power tool from True Value hardware stores, like the Skill cordless 3/8-inch drill. It operates forward and reverse and features double reduction gearing for high torque performance. Or the Skill 7 1/4-inch heavy-duty circular saw. It's lightweight, easy to handle, and ideal for most homeowners' projects. For your next do-it-yourself project, use a professional. Get a Skill power tool from participating True Value hardware stores.
Want to wish a happy birthday today to the Cubs' former traveling secretary, who is now the assistant director of park operations, Dennis Bayreuther. You little rascal. Bemoaning the fact that he has already reached that old age of 31. Bruce Boisclair stepping into the batter's box. Reuschel's first pitch. Left-hander takes a strike. Fastball to him. Montreal leading the Phillies now 6-1 in their first game. Hit him with 6 runs. 1 inning. Here's a swing. He pulls a ground ball pitcher to his right. He's got it. Reuschel quickly off the mound, and he takes that throw in front of the runner. 1 away. Makes that play beautifully. Right over to the foul line, then runs right down to the bag, and makes it easier, of course, for that fielder to lead him. 1 away in the 8th inning, and Kranepool, the hitter. They get 0 for 3 so far. No home runs reported in that big 6-run outburst by the Expos in the 7th against the Phillies' Steve Carlton. They knocked the left-hander out of there. Reed is pitching. First pitch is a ball to Kranepool. There's a swing and a ground ball. Miller to his right. Knocks it down. Gets to his feet. Throws his right. Super play by Mick Kelleher. What a dandy. Going hard to his right. Stepped the glove out as he extended his body full length and scrambled on all fours. Quickly got to his feet and made the peg accurately in plenty of time to nail him. How do you like that one, Murr? Well, there's been 3 fantastic defensive plays today. One by Kelleher just now against the Mets and 2 against the Cubs. Yep. Foley and Randle made fantastic plays to retire their man or to save trouble for their team. Robbed that out of there to the hit. Montanez, the batter. First pitch to the left-hander is strike. There's the ball missing outside to it. 1-1. Willie Stargell homered for the Pirates in the 6th inning. Here's a swing and a base hit liner. The third base side of the Jesus. Montanez, an opposite field single. He represents the go-ahead run here in the 8th. That's hit number 7 for the Mets off Rick. Mazzilli due to be the batter. Stargell's homer. Nobody on. Earlier, Simmons had homered for the Cardinals. Number 403 now in his career for Willie. Brzezinski homered for the 2nd time this year for the Phillies to get them on the board in the 4th inning. Now it's 6-1 Montreal in their opener of that doubleheader. Toronto 3, White Sox 2 in the 8th. First pitch, Boisclair looks at a strike. Thompson homered for the Tigers, his 3rd already this year in the bottom of the 5th inning. No play in the 5th with a man on, his 3rd of the year. Strike 1 pitch, a swing and a foul out of the Ed Rader. And the Tigers in Texas are now tied at 3 apiece going into the 6th inning. Milwaukee. Caldwell has shut out the New York Yankees through the first 4. Milwaukee leading 2-0 at New York this afternoon in the bottom of the 5th. Strike 2 pitch coming up to Lee Mazzilli. Tripled in the 7th with 1 away and scored. Fastball wasted high and away. 1-2 on it.
California 4, Minnesota 1 at the end of 4, Cleveland 6, Boston 1 at the end of 5. That brings you up to date. Here it's tied at 2. Mazzilli swings and fouls. That pitch back out of play. Still ball 1, strike 2. This young, very fast center fielder. Let's think he's going to be around for a long, long time and will continue to get better. Reuschel checks, delivers, outside. That levels the count at 2-2 on Mazzilli. Burr shoots for win number 3 for the Cubs against Nino Espinosa. Runner goes on 2-2, and Mazzilli hits a high foul over to the third base side. It is way back out of play. They had him going. In that 7th inning, Mazzilli hit a drive deep to right center field. Gene Clines just never was able to catch up to it. And he came in on Ron Hodges' long sacrifice fly. Foli then singled. There was a wild pitch. He got the second. Pitch hitter Tom Grieve brought him in with a single. 2-2 pitch. Swung on. Bounces it foul over the first base side. Grieve dumping one in front of Bobby Murcer. Foli able to come in from second base. Randle then singled. Sending pitch runner Youngblood second, but Flynn ended the inning by flying out to Mercer. We're at 2-2 right now. There's a pitch outside. He turned it over, missed away. Couldn't get him to chase it. Ball 3, strike 2. Runner at first with 2 away. Top of the 8th inning. Cubs have been out hit 7-4. 3-2 pitch. He takes fastball high and outside for ball 4, and they now have runners at first and second, and that is the first walk issued by Reuschel today. With a go-ahead run in scoring position, Mike Rook down to the Cub dugout on the telephone with the bullpen. Willie Hernandez gets up once more and starts to throw down there. Batted in his first run of the year, is 0 for 2 officially. Steps in, looks at Reuschel's first one, a strike called on the inside corner to the left-handed hitter. He was charged with a pass ball, then with an error in trying to throw the ball back to the pitcher, and that led to the Cubs' first run today. They got that one without a base hit. 0-1 pitch. Outside, ball 1, strike 1. Officially this year, no hits in 6 official trips to the plate. He has a run batted in. Got it here today. 1-1 delivery. Coming up with 2 on, 2 out. It is swung on. Ground ball, left side base hit. Here comes the go-ahead run. Montanez sprinting on his way to the plate. Kingman gets the throw into second base. Let's lead 3-2. So Hodges now has his first hit of the year and his second run batted in of the day. This all occurring after the first 2 New Yorkers were retired here in the 8th inning. An opposite field shot off the bat of Hodges. A single, a walk, and a single. Right-hander Tim Foli in there, runners at first and third. There's a swing and a fly ball into right center. Clines is there, reaches up, he gloves it. Side is retired. The damage was done on a run. 2 hits and a walk. And 2 men left in the bases. New York takes the field as the Cubs come to bat. Top of the batting order up at Wrigley Field, and it's now New York 3 and the Cubs 2.
I'll handle this, Carol. It's our first new car, and this salesman is going to come at us like a ton of bricks.
But the sign says we make car buying a pleasure again.
I don't care what the sign says. Hi, can I help you? See, Carol, patronizing.
We're interested in the Cutlass.
I don't blame you. Fresh roast already.
Can we look around for a while? I'm not sure about color or equipment.
Listen,
so just take your time. If you have any questions or you want some help, I'll be right here.
Now he's ignoring us, Carol.
Jack, that salesman is a pleasure to deal with.
Well, he won't be here when we need him. Watch.
Yes, sir?
Nice place you have here.
Visit your Chicagoland Oldsmobile dealer today. Find out how we can make car buying a pleasure for you.
Changes for the New York Mets. Steve Henderson, sidelined because he's been battling a slump, who's replaced Kranepool in left field. And the new pitcher is the veteran right-hander, Skip Lockwood. Before Ivan DeJesus steps in to lead off for the Cubs, let's pause for station identification. This is the WGN Chicago Cubs Baseball Network.
This is WGN Radio Chicago, 2 minutes before 3.
In the number 4 spot. Steve Henderson in the 9th position will lead off the 9th inning for him. For the Cubs, who were leading 2-0 at one point, got a cheap run in the first inning, got a walk and a single to get their second run of the day in the 4th. Find themselves trailing by a score of 3-2. We're not able to tally up young Marty Cornell. Let's see what they can do against Skip Lockwood, who's already been in 6 games, has 3 saves for the Mets out of their 8 wins. He doesn't have a win or a loss yet. Earned run average is a high one, 6.30. 10 innings of work for Lockwood, 7 runs, all earned, 9 hits. Struck out 9 and walked 3. Phil Cavaretta played for the Cubs, came out of Lane Tech High School on the west side. Now batting instructor for him, standing in the dugout, enjoying the sunshine here at Wrigley Field. Played so well for so many years, managed this ball club. Looked out, first pitch, and he has to push it out of the way at the last moment, ball 1. Bill's 93-year-old mother, still living here in Chicago. He has a brother here, 1-0 pitch. Jesus pops one foul, it's back out of play. Way back up under the net. Strike 1. Barnes singled in the 3rd, was rubbed out on a double play. Lockwood, a good sinker. Here's through the glasses. Ron Hodges is scheduled to get his sign. Right-hander winds. Here's the pitch. Rising fastball. And Ivan laid off of it. Ball 2, strike 1. Well, Toronto knocked off the White Sox today. 4-2, the Blue Jays. 2-1 pitch. High with that one. Ball 3, strike 1. Step down, check side with Venus Lawley, coaching at third base today. See whether or not they want him to take. Right fielder, very shallow for it. Wind up Lockwood's pitch. Takes ball 4 into close. Right at the belt, but inside. And he represents the tying run of the ball game. We're going to have pinch hitter Rick Reuschel now stepping in. Greg with 9 hits in his first 27 trips to the plate, hitting .333. Let's see if he's going to be sacrificing, trying to get DeJesus into scoring position. Batting for Clines. Lenny Randle, the third baseman, up in the grass right now. Montanez holding DeJesus down at first. Lockwood into the stretch. Puts the bat out. Punch one to the third base side. Picked up by Randle. Fires to first. In time. Doug Flynn coming over to take that throw. And a fine play by Lenny Randle, the third baseman. But a good bunt by Gross. And the Hastings is in scoring position here in the bottom of the eighth. With one away. Trying to bring up Larry Biittner. Led off the fourth inning against Jerry Koosman by drawing a walk. Got the third on Mercer's single and eventually scored on Ontiveros' ground ball, which turned out to be a fielder's choice. It was a super play. And a very close call at second in which Mercer was called out on a force play. The pitch. Outside. Ball one. Mets leading 3-2 in the Aces. Lead at second base. Represents the tying run. Lockwood trying to keep him there. Biittner trying to bring him in. To stretch the pitch. High and outside. Ball two. I just went out to talk to him, and so was pitching coach Rube Walker. That's not like this guy, Lou, to be that wild.
No, he's their ace relief pitcher. He's got to come in there with good control. Base on balls, of course, was a nemesis to Reuschel. The walk to Mazzilli after a two-out single by Montanez enabled the Mets to take the lead. But it was that base on balls, to me, that was really harmful to the Cubs and the Reuschel.
Yeah, and how many times has that happened? Well, the other day when Davy Cash, Sitter came in after getting the first man, he was out in front of Davy Cash. Nothing in two, and wound up walking him. And that led to trouble. Bases on balls. But a very important part of the game of baseball. They so frequently are. Rube Walker, their pitching coach, back in the dugout behind first. Biittner with a count of 2-0 on him. Here's a pitch. And he takes ball three. That line. Lockwood was too low. Dave Kingman in the on-deck circle. He should be taking this one, although you never know. They just may give it the green light on it. Pick off at second. The Aces back safely, and Lockwood almost tossed one away. Coach Tim Foli coming over and rubbing it. Kind of lobbed it there that time. Now the stretch and pitch. Outside for ball four. He was nowhere near the plate. Up runners at first and second, and Dave Kingman the batter.
Well, there's nothing in the rule book that says you can't be a hero 2 days in a row.
That's right. Now he would love to do it. Second walk of the inning by the veteran and ace reliever, Skip Lockwood. Got himself in a bit of a jam. The score, however, still finds the Mets leading 3-2. One away. Here's a stretch. And the first pitch to Dave, and he takes ball inside of the letters. Breaking pitch. A left-hander, Bob Myrick, throwing for the Mets in their bullpen. A right-hander, Bruce Sutter, for the Cubs in their bullpen. Kingman 1 for 3 today. Lockwood looks, delivers. Dave takes, and there's a strike. Looked like a slider. Ball went strike one. He lined out to the left fielder, Kranepool, in the first inning. Looked at strike three in the fourth. Singled in the sixth. Yesterday, his second homer of the year. 1-1 pitch. Swung on. He gets London, and he hits a tremendously high foul back to the plate. Hodges has room, and he grabs it just in front of the screen. Seems like that ball might have gone up higher than the upper deck. So there are two gone. Dave disconsolately walks back into the dugout. going to do is hit a mountainous high foul pop-up to the catcher. Hodges going out to talk to Lockwood. Bobby Murcer waiting for him to end the conversation so he can take a whack at it. Meanwhile, here's a gas-saving and fun-to-do idea for 20 or more people in your group, club, or organization an afternoon right out here at Wrigley Field for Major League Baseball. Ernie Banks, who was up here with us a little while ago, the manager of group sales, and his staff will arrange for everything from tickets to transportation. For complete information, call EB7-1919. EB7-1919, area code 312, and call collect if you live out of town. 2 on, 3-2 score. The Mets still have the 3. Bobby Murcer. Single in the 4th inning, 1 for 3 today. 2 for 5 in the series. Needing a base hit to bring in to Jesus with the tying run in the batter's box. Shortstop Foley coming into second base as they try to keep the Jesus as close to the bag as they can, and Lockwood walks off the mound onto the grass. The spectacled right-hander climbs up in the hill again. Winds up right foot, looks down to Hodges for his sign. Montanez deep at first base. Deep at second is Flynn. Now the stretch, the pitch, and Murcer takes. Hit the ball inside of the knees. Lockwood taking plenty of time. And you can't blame him. Critical part of the ball game. The stretch, the pitch. Murcer takes outside. Ball 2. Jesus led off the inning, getting a walk. Rick Reuschel sacrificing to second. Biittner walked. Kingman fouled out to the catcher. Now Bobby Murcer with a count of 2-0. Here's the pitch. He takes a strike. Ball 2, strike 1. With only 4 hits, the Mets with 8. And the Mets leading 3-2 in the 8th inning. The pitch. Checks a swing and it misses low. Ball 3, strike 1. Steve Ontiveros, a switch hitter in the on-deck circle. Firing the left-hander, continuing to throw in their bullpen. And Lockwood in a bit of a jam. Already walked 2 men. Behind. 3-1 pitch. Outside to load him up. Ball 4. And a chance for Steve Ontiveros to be a hero. The Cubs' first run of the day came on a walk, a pass ball, an error, no hits. And a hit to get their second run of the day. Now, 3 walks in the 8th have loaded them up, and Ontiveros 0 for 3, but a run batted in, swings, and he fouls a fastball back out of play. He is 0 for 3 officially. Looked like he had himself a single back in that 4th inning, but Tim Foli made a tremendous stop, wind up the pitch, swung on, breaking ball, and he's out in front, tapped and foul over to the first base side. Lockwood was walked 3 men here in this 8th inning, and now out in front of Steve Ontiveros, 0-2. Bases jammed with 2 away. Steve has swung at the first 2 pitches. Here's the windup, Lockwood's pitch. Swung on, fastball that he fouls, back out of play. Bases jammed. What a spot for a hit. Flynn flexing his knees at second, trying to stay limber. The cool breeze coming in off Lake Michigan, hitting him right in the mouth. It's the second baseman. Right on the edge of the grass. Lockwood winds, 0-2 pitch. Took a little off of it, misfired away. Ontiveros wouldn't chase it, 1-2. Steve Henderson in left field. Lee Mazzilli at center. Bruce Boisclair in right. Boisclair is way off the right field line.
one down there. 3 guys will score. 2 out. Wind up. 1-2 pitch. Swung on and a high pop-up to the second baseman's glove. He's waiting, and he's got it. The side is retired. So he pitched himself into a jam and pitched his way out of it. No runs, no hits, 3 walks, 3 men left on. At the end of 8 at Wrigley Field, paid attendance today, just under 14,000. New York leads 3-2.
Say, next time you have an appetite for fine seafood, go directly to Ireland's at 500 North LaSalle in Chicago and carte blanche. Ireland is one of the many fine restaurants in Chicago where your carte blanche card will allow you to spoil, indulge, and treat yourself to the kind of food nobody can make at home. Dinner always tastes a little better when you have it with style, with your carte blanche card. Because people know carte blanche denotes more than an average measure of distinction and taste. With a carte blanche card, you can travel with style, too. You can carte blanche your airline tickets, carte blanche your rented car, carte blanche your hotel bill. So keep your card with you wherever you go, and carte blanche your way through over 250,000 doors across the country, including Ireland. So carte blanche it. You'll know you're going first class, and so will everyone else.
Staying in to play center field. And Steve Henderson. It was yesterday and lapping a slump. 9th man down their batting order. He's replaced Kranepool in that field and stepping in for the first time this afternoon. He was a key guy that they wanted from Cincinnati last June for Tom Seaver. Out of the Reds farm system. Carried a can't miss label. So far this year, he's been missing. He's 9 for 52, which means he carries a 173 batting average. Crowds the plate, swings and misses, strike 1. But he does have a pinch hit grand slam homer. One of 3 home runs. And Henderson is brought up this year, and he already has 11 runs batted in. After that swing and a miss, he was out of the batter's box as usual. Now resets himself. Bends low from the waist, way out over the plate. Takes in, it's a ball, too low, 1-1. In the ninth, New York leading, 3-2. Reuschel's 1-1 pitch, curve, blown away, ball 2, strike 1. Rick had a no-hitter for 5 2/3 innings today. 2-1 pitch. Swung on, a hard ground ball to Kelleher. Mick has it. Over to Biittner, 1 away. Top of the batting order up, Lenny Randle. Assist by Mick this afternoon. 2 of them against Randle, left-hander. They have 8 hits, the Cubs 4. He pushes them under the third base line. Ontiveros charging in. Here's the plate. Little guy is out of there on a very fine play by Ontiveros. Well, I thought for a second, Lou, he was going to beat that.
I did too, because he has great speed when he bunts down that line, and it was perfectly placed. Ontiveros, although he played him very shallow at third, anticipating that bunt, still had to make a great play.
Great throw on after everything else. That's a tough one to make. Can hit the runner. So many things can happen. So the bases are empty, and Doug Flynn steps in. He got their first hit of the day with 2 out in the 6th inning. A slow roller to the shortstop. Legged it out. Looked at a strike, and this one is a ball a little low. Flynn, like Steve Henderson, the old young blood, used to be with the Cincinnati Reds. 1-1 delivery. Right-hander swings, grounds one down to third. Ontiveros has it just inside the line. The throw to Biittner in time to nail in. Good hard throw by Steve Ontiveros. The Mets in the top of the ninth go down in order. One last chance for the Chicago Cubs. They come to bat against Lockwood. It'll be Dave Rader to lead off. It is still New York 3. The Cubs 2. Hello,
General Finance. Friendly Bob Adams speaking.
Bob, can you handle an emergency loan?
I think so.
I'll need a loan for moving expenses because I finally went and did it.
Who's this?
The guy they said wouldn't do it.
Who?
Steve Kelly. And you know what?
You did it.
Right. Went right in and said, boss, I've had it with these crazy working hours. And furthermore, I don't think much of my salary here either. Isn't that good what I said?
What happened, Mr. Kelly?
He fired me.
That's not good.
Yeah, I got another job, though. That's not bad, is it?
No, that's good.
No, that's bad. It's in another state, Bob.
Oh, well, there's good and bad in everything, I guess.
You know, Bob, there's good and bad in everything, I guess.
I heard that somewhere.
So, about that emergency loan?
Well, you can always get a little help from a...
I want you to think about something, Bob.
Yes.
It's nice to know you can always get a little help from a friend at General Finance.
Over 70 General Finance offices in the Chicagoland area to borrow up to $10,000. Call in over 32020. Also, an office in Addison. Skip Lockwood, who walked the bases loaded in the eighth inning, got out of the jam by, well, number one, with two men on, followed a pair of walks. He got Kingman to foul out to the catcher. Then he walked Murcer to load him up, and he got Ontiveros to pop up. Now he faces Dave Rader to lead off the inning. Dave has singled in the seventh off Marty Corneo, who now stands to pick up his third win of the season, a rookie. He worked one inning. Lockwood going for a save, trying to even up this series, which is to be concluded here tomorrow. First pitch. Dave looks and it misses. Ball one. Wind up the pitch. Fastball. It's in for a strike call. 1-1. The Phillies losing up at Montreal today in their first game. The Cubs, with a victory here, could move into first place at least for a while. Takes a fastball in too close. Ball two, strike one. Bill's playing at fair up in Canada today after being rained out yesterday. 2-1 pitch. Goes after it, fouls it right up over our heads. Ball two, strike two. Vince Lloyd and Lou Boudreau here in the ninth inning at Wrigley Field. Ron Cohn, our engineer today, Jack Minovich, our producer. And the Mets leading 3-2. Lockwood winds. Later goes after it, fouls it back up out of play. It is still 2-2. Cubs a run in the first inning. On a walk, a fastball, an error. A fielder's choice, and a run in the fourth inning on a walk and a single and a fielder's choice. That's been it. 2-2 pitch. Goes after it, drive into center field, base hit. Rader lines a single to straightaway center. Now Mickey Kelleher, the batter. The eighth inning opened with a walk. Wills went up, sacrificed to Jesus in his scoring position. He eventually got as far as third, and that was that. And a nervous Joe Torre going to the drinking fountain in the Mets dugout with his pitching coach, Vernon Rube Walker, standing with his hands in his hip pockets, and now Peanuts Lowry, coaching at third today, calling Kelleher down to give him instructions. Joe Malfitano under the weather today. That's why he is not on the line at third. We hope Joe is going to be back here in a hurry. Hodges now going out to talk to his pitcher. In a moment like this, or at a time like this, Lou, lots of thoughts going through the minds of everybody. Oh, yes, indeed. This is the last time that the Cubs can bat unless they tie it up or go out in front and win this ball game. So fellas have to concentrate on what would happen, or what could happen and can happen when they're in their particular position.
Here's the pitch. He's going to bunt. Pushes it foul over to the first base side. Randle up the line from third. Montanez, Ditto from first. Firecrackers being let off over the upper deck on the first base side. Kind of pushing the season, isn't it? Nick 0 for 3 today. And Doug Harvey says, how about a guy in the on-deck circle?
Well, Franks is waiting. He has Buckner in that dugout ready to pinch hit. If Kelleher can move the runner along. So he was waiting.
Here's the pitch. He tries to jab at that one to the bat, and he pops it foul onto the screen. And now he's in the hole, nothing in two. Changed the rules a couple of years ago to say that you had to have a guy in the on-deck circle. Sometimes an umpire will enforce it, sometimes they don't. Buckner now has come up. Wearing number 22, and he and number 20, Kelleher. Brief conversation as Mick, finding himself in the hole, came over to use the rosin bag on that bat handle. Boisclair very shallow and right for him. Straight away is Mazzilli in center, and Lockwood on the hill into the stretch. 0-2 pitch. Was after it, fouls the fastball out of play to the right side. What to do here, of course, and he doesn't want to do, certainly, to hit into a double play. Stretch by Lockwood. The pitch. Breaking ball, and he misses low and outside. Rader running for himself at first base. That's the tying run of the ball game, if the Cubs can bring him in. Nobody out. Reminder again that we'll be here tomorrow, and then Monday night, Philadelphia. 1-2 pitch. Bang! Strike three. Holy mackerel. Not only did Mick fail to sacrifice that man after the first two attempts, but he's not looking at a breaking ball. And there's one gone to the ninth. And there is Bill Buckner. Been out of action. Homestand. He hurt his knee at Chase Stadium. Or hit the ankle, rather, running a double. Buckner with 10 hits and 23 at-bats. There's a .435 batting average to the plate. Batting for Reuschel. Unless the Cubs can rally, will wind up suffering his second loss of the season. First pitch. Buckner swings, ground ball, double play ball. Flynn, Foli to first base. The ball game is over. The Mets have won it. Buckner hitting one sharply back up the middle and limping pretty badly down that right field foul line. So the Mets come up with their second double play in the ball game and their 18th of the year. No runs, one hit, nobody left in the bases. The series is evened up. The final today, the Mets 3, the Cubs 2. Now, True Value Hardware Stores offer ways to help you fix up your home and cut down on yard work with values on Black & Decker power tools. Fix up your home with the Black & Decker 3/8-inch variable speed reversing drill. It has variable speeds to let you adapt your drilling to a variety of materials. And it reverses to let you drive and remove screws. True Value Hardware Stores also offer the Black & Decker 18-inch dual-blade electric rotary mower for just $89.99. It features dual blades for faster, smoother cutting to help you cut down on your yard work, and that handle flips over so you can quickly reverse your cutting direction. So whether your needs are to fix up or cut down, get the help you need with Black & Decker power tools from participating True Value Hardware Stores. Today, 3 runs, 8 hits, an error, left 8. The Cubs, 2 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors, left 7. Marty Cornell worked an inning, picks up his third win without a loss.
Rick Reuschel suffering his second defeat against as many victories before a phase round of 13,785 and a snapping 2 hours and 4 minutes. Well, from the dream of a no-hitter, the dream of a shutout, all of a sudden, a loss, Lou. I don't believe easy to take. No, I don't believe we've seen Reuschel any better in the first 6 innings. And an infield hit, he was very careful with him. In fact, he went to the count of 3-2 before he walked him. But that'll happen. You have to give the combination of Koosman, Cornelio, and Lockwood a lot of credit for holding the Cubs in. And we can't say we didn't have opportunity. Well, I'll say we did. And that was the spot. And failure of a bunt in the 9th inning, one never knows what will happen. It certainly wouldn't have been a double play had Kelleher been able to bunt. But everything cannot be perfect every day in baseball. Well, that sets it up for the rubber game tomorrow afternoon to close out the homestand. We sure hope that the weatherman is going to cooperate, and we hope that you'll be able to attend out here at Wrigley Field tomorrow. Good house today, and if the weather's going to be good, we expect an even better one tomorrow. Our broadcast today from Wrigley Field has been brought to us by the G. Heilman Brewing Company of La Crosse, Wisconsin, the makers of Old Style, the pure brewed beer from God's country. The Association of Chicagoland McDonald's Restaurants. Have breakfast at McDonald's tomorrow. The Chicagoland Gallant Men of Olds, the place to test drive the new Olds Cutlass for 1978. General Finance's 70 Chicagoland officers, and to borrow up to $10,000, call friendly Bob Adams at Andover 32020. True Value Hardware Stores, not just a name, it's their way of doing business. True Value. And we've got the scoreboard coming up in just a moment. Tomorrow, Ray Burris, who has pitched superbly, picked up a couple of victories for the Cubs already, will be going after the New York Mets, and Nino Espinoso, a right-hander who is 1-1 for New York this year, their probable starting pitcher. But the Mets are winner today by a score of 3-2. And their catcher, Ron Hodges, who looked like he was going to wear the goat's horns after the very first inning, wound up getting a couple of big runs batted in, including his first of the year and his first base hit of the year, and he drove in tying and the winning runs in the ballgame. Vince Lloyd and Lou Boudreau, hope to see you at Wrigley Field tomorrow afternoon. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. This is the WGN Chicago Cubs Baseball Network.
This is the WGN Radio Chicago, radio home of millions throughout mid-America. No matter what the last weather report you heard said, O'Connor and Goldberg...
Thank you for listening to this game on Classic Baseball on the radio. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Feel free to browse our library of over 1,000 classic games and be sure to spread the word. Long live baseball.